Good evening, teacher. Thank you for joining our group discussions in the cross-cultural communication course. Hello, Miss Minh Ngọc. We are group 1 from class K64 Teacher F5. Today, we are excited to share some interesting aspects of Korean culture. Now, let's start with a quick question. When you think of Korea, what comes to mind first? K-pop, K-drama, or kimchi, Miss Quyên?
For me, it definitely K-pop.
I would say kimchi is so iconic.
Exactly. Korea is famous for entertainment and cuisines, but its culture goes much deeper. That's why today we will explore Korean culture, including greetings, cuisines, famous places, interesting facts, communication styles, and cultural values.
Before we dive in, let's briefly introduce ourselves. I will begin first. Hello everyone, my full name is Francis Tongwei. I'm 28 years old and a primary school teacher. I'm living in the Now City. I'm also studying at university to improve my skills. In my free time, I enjoy reading, listening to music, and learning new things. Nice to meet you.
Hello teacher, hello everyone. My name is Thảo. My full name is Nguyễn Thị Phương Thảo. I'm 25 years old and I live and work in Nghệ An province. I'm an English teacher for preschool children in my hometown. Nice to meet you guys.
Hello everyone, my full name is Lê Thị Thị Duyên. I'm 31 years old. I'm from Gia Lai province. I'm currently working in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm an English teacher at the kindergarten. I really enjoy working with kids. Nice to meet you. Now let's start with the first aspect of Korean culture, greetings. Miss Wing, can you share your ideas?
In Korea, greetings are very important. People usually bow and younger person prefer to show respect. So deeper bows higher respect. For example, a small nod is fine between friends, but a deeper bow is used for elders or formal events.
Interesting, but what about handshakes? Miss Thao, could you tell us more?
Sure, in Korea, people use both hand when shaking hand to show politeness. In Vietnam, we often just shake hand with one hand or simply say xin chào. In Japan, both are different, while in the USA, greetings are more casual, like a quick hi.
Good points. Saying greetings are usually followed by sharing food. Let's talk about Korean cuisines. Miss Thao, please continue.
Yes, Korean cuisine is spicy and flavorful. Famous dishes include kimchi, bibimbap, bulgogi, and of course, Korean BBQ. A meal usually comes with rice, soup, and many side dishes called banta.
Korean food is really unique, right? Miss Queen, how is different from Vietnam?
In Vietnam, we also eat rice every day, but our dishes use more fresh herbs and fish sauce, so flavor are lighter compared to Korea.
Yes, but both Korea and Vietnam value sharing meals. In contrast, Western countries like France often serve individual plates instead of sharing. Certain foods show the importance of family and communication community in Asian cultures.
Thanks for sharing. Korea also has many well-known tourist attractions. Could you introduce some of them, Miss Yuan?
Of course, Gyeongbokgung Palace in Seoul represents traditional Korean architecture. Jeju Islands is another popular place known for its natural beauty. In contrast, Vietnam is famous for Ha Long Bay or Huế Imperial City, which also highlight history and nature. Both countries are proud of their heritage.
Besides us, Korea is also modern places like Ghana in Seoul, South France by Korean society, similar to big cities like New York or Tokyo.
And Sing cultures is also in festival and fun fact. Miss Tao will tell us more about that.
Yes, one of the biggest events in Korea is to Seoul or Harvest Festival. Families go back to their hometown, honor ancestors, and eat sompi on dry cakes. Another important event is Seolla, the Lunar New Year when people wear traditional clothes and play folk games.
That's very similar to that in Vietnam. Besides festival, Korea also has some interesting flags. For example, it's has one of the first internet speed in the world, and Korean families celebrate a baby 100 day, which is considered very lucky.
Yes, in Vietnam, we celebrate the first month and the first year instead. In Western countries, birthdays are celebrated every year with parties and gifts, different culture, different traditions. Chris point now to understand Korean Peter, we shall look at their communication styles. Smith Nguyen, can you share this part?
Sure. In Korea, people often avoid saying no directly. For example, if someone cannot join a dinner invitation, they might say something like, "It's difficult." To show politeness and respect. In Vietnam, we do the same. If someone offers food, we might say, "Để em xem đã," instead of a clear no. But in the US, people often say directly, "Sorry, I'm busy."
Exactly. Indirect communication in Korea and Vietnam have maintained harmony, while direct communication in the West show openness and efficiency. Both styles have values depending on the context.
Right. Another difference is eye contact. In Korea, younger people may avoid direct eye contact with elders as a sign of respect. In contrast, in the US, strong eye contact shows confidence.
Good point. And gestures are also important. Koreans use both hands when giving and receiving things. Using only one hand may seem rude. And in public, Koreans avoid too much physical affections, was similar to Japan, but in Vietnam, friends may hold hands casually. Now let's discuss cultural value. Miss Thao, please.
Yes, Korea is a collectivist society. Family honor and group harmony come before personal desire, similar to Vietnam. In company dinner, people usually wait for the most senior person to start eating. In Western countries like Germany, individuals are more comfortable expressing their own opinions.
Respect for hierarchy is very important. Korean use honorific speech, while in Vietnam we use pronoun like anh chị em. In the US, students might even call teacher by their first name. Personally, is highly fluid in Korea, especially in business, while Vietnam is usually more relaxed.
Overall, Korean culture values respect for elders, harmony, and hierarchy influenced by Confucianism. Understanding the differences help avoid cultural misunderstanding.
In summary, Korean's culture is unique, reflecting collectivism, respect for hierarchy, and harmony in greetings, food, places, festivals, and communications. Compared it with Vietnam and Western countries have a Brazilian cultural diversity. Let's wrap up our discussion for today. So much for listening to our presentation. We hope you found it interesting and useful. Thanks again and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.